Hey guys, this is PsYStarcraft bringing you part 2 of my tutorial on how to fast expand against the Terran, specifically on Steps of War, but on any map it really works as long as the Terran knows where you are and is going to be trying the bunker cheese, which we are all so familiar with. So here we go. Gonna keep it on faster for this game because there is a lot more action, and last game with Gretorp it was a lot of ling pumping and not much going on after I did lose that expansion. So here we go. Okay, let me answer a question that someone asked me from my live video. You were asking me, why did I go mutas? Was it just like, oh, I feel like going mutas because they're fun, or did I have a reason? Well, mutas I've found to really force Terran to build specific units. They force them to build a lot of Marines, Vikings, and most importantly, Thors. So by building mutas, you dictate what the Terran player builds, and then you can respond to that with something like Banelings, which I did, or Neuroparasite, which I did. So mutas equals Thors, Marines, and maybe some Vikings. Probably not too many Vikings because they're not that good against mutas. And in response to the Thors and the Marines, you get Banelings, Zerglings, and Neuroparasite, which is exactly what I did. I found it to work very well. And you're actually going to see some of that in this game after my fast expansion tutorial. So notice here I sent in my 11th drone. Let me just slow that down for you guys. Sorry about that. So my 11th drone is popped out. I did the extractor trick while my overlord was training to get that a little bit earlier than these other two. So I'm at 13, 14 right now. He's coming out and he is just now putting down this barrack. So this 11th drone is going to have plenty of time to do all sorts of harassment on this SCV. I am being scouted by Hincram. Oh, by the way, Hincram is about 110 and 40 record Terran, first ranked Terran. So I'm bringing my drone, and he even knows I'm going to be doing this harassment, and so he's going to try to stop that. But hopefully I can get a little bit of harassment in. If nothing else, I know what he's doing. It's not a very fast Reaper, and I'll be able to block this tech lab for a little while. So at 15 I do drop my hatchery, and because his barracks is kind of early, it seems, I'm not too familiar with Terran builds, I am going to put my pull down at 15 as well. I'm not even going to train any more drones after the hatchery. And notice I'm kind of running around and blocking attack lab. In this case it didn't matter because he didn't have enough gas, but I was just running around here just in case he did have enough gas, and once I saw this Marine being trained I just kind of walked away and didn't really worry about it. So this Marine is coming out, and here, this is what I did first, should have done first game. I see this SCV building that bunker. I'm going to put some drones out here, if nothing else, just to delay it. You can't always kill the SCV and prevent it from being built. You can see here the drones floating past the SCV, not liking to attack it. But his SCV is just kind of dancing around. This Marine is in play. I'm going to use 2 to chase off the Marine, 2 to try to kill this SCV, but I've bought the time that I really needed. SCV almost goes down, but the bunker circles, or that Marine circles back and gets in the bunker. Not going to try to attack it. Unfortunately, he does pick off a drone, but my pool is down. My Zerglings and Queens are coming. I should be okay as long as I'm able to deny this second bunker, so I should be fine. He actually put down his tech lab after that first Marine, so we might have been better off pumping some more Marines and getting them in this bunker. But I think with my 2 Queens coming and this mass of Lings that I would have been fine anyway. Kind of some miss micro on the Lings, but just pick off that SCV that I weakened with my drones, remember. And just rallying some Lings here. My economy is doing fine, 16 on 16. He does have mules, but that's not too bad considering he's spending these resources on this early bunker, which he may or may not salvage. I'm not sure. And here comes the Queen. Queen is going to take all the damage with her 1 armor and 175 HP. It looks like the Marine's actually switching targets and picks off one of those Marines, but that bunker easily goes down under the forces of 15 Zerglings, 13 Zerglings it looks like. And I am in a good shape right now. I had a very early expansion, 2 Queens. I'm going to start pumping the drones because these Zerglings can handle any kind of push he sends at me. Going up here to do some quick scouting. I see that factory, and because that factory did not have any kind of tech lab or lifting off to go to some other attachment, I know that he's going to be getting a starport very soon, and there's that starport. So looks like maybe some Banshees, Medivacs, I don't know. Well, I do know, but I'm not going to say it. But just in case he does choose to produce some Hellions out of that factory, I'm going to put down a spine crawler. Suffering on the drone count though because of that spine crawler, so I need to catch up there, back up to 18 now. need to catch up on the drone count because that's what the fast expansion is for, is to get a nice economy. But I'd rather prevent harassment than go a little too overboard on the economy. Starport is out, not doing any kind of switch. He's just going to be popping out a medevac, it looks like. So kind of a strange choice here. This game is kind of going a little bit weird. Still only 2 queens out. You will see me pumping a couple more queens to try to deal with any starport sendage, any banshee sendage, because that's what I was expecting when I assumed that starport was coming. But it looks like he didn't do any such swap, and he's just pumping out 1 medevac. That banshee takes about 60 seconds, so it would be out in 18 seconds from now compared to that medevac. So it would have been, I think I would have been able to defend it. So he would have killed one of my queens, but my other queen would have mopped him up. And then notice I am training 2 more queens. So any kind of banshee attack, I was pretty well timed to defend. And these zerglings are just going to get under this medevac and prevent it from doing anything while my queen shoots away. He's going to use the marauders on the bottom and give them vision with the medevac. Picks them up when my zerglings come at him. Or, yep, there he goes. Harvester count looking a little better, 29 to 23 right now. Going layered just now. I already got link speed as well to try to deal with any Hellions. And this queen is needing to get out of the way. I actually misclicked this. I remember specifically. I think I had one of these queen selected or something. But those marauders go down, and the medevac from the queens up on 10 by harvester count. He's got about 5 marauders. They're training another barrack, so it looks like he's going to be switching up into Hellions, maybe with that tech lab. And continuing to pump some medevacs, going to go a standard MMM build. But like I said before in my last game against Gredorp, MMM not so good against mutas because when Terran do get that, they tend to focus more heavily on marauders. So I'm going to force him into another build once again in this game. So this all kind of spiraled from my fast expansion. So Zerg is really defensive in the early to mid game. Defend his bunker harass with the fast expansion, defend any Hellion harass, defend a Banshee or a medevac harass, and then you can expect Terran to resort to their bread and butter. Marines, medics, medevacs, and marauders. So pretty cookie cutter play by Terran in almost every single Zerg game. Oh, looks okay. We have an armorer here. So it looks like to add to these marauders and marines, he's going to be getting a factory. Let's see if he scanned me. Yeah, looks like he scanned me and saw my spire. I was trying to stick my overlord on top of it, but it didn't really work out so well because he scanned me way before. Getting my overlord speed, pumping out a lot of links because to support these mutas, I will be getting an infestation pit and a baneling nest. Lots of marines coming out from him, so those banelings should do very well. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because these aren't really long games. They are just kind of tutorials on how to deal with a Terran harassment. Not too much coming from him. Compared to all my Zerglings, I didn't really see how much he had, but I was pretty happy that he backed off. I didn't really take any initiative and try to surround or anything like that. Hold on, sneezing. Okay, I'm back. So harvester count looking pretty good, 30 to 51. Spire is down. Pumping some mutas. I know he has a Thor, but that's fine because I'm getting narrow parasite and some infestors. Going to be getting my baneling speed as well. Banelings, of course, for the marines, narrow parasite for the Thors, and mutas just to do some damage and kill anything else. He was actually going to try a Thor drop on me, but my mutas just kind of scared him away. Look at the harvester count though. He's just now putting down his extra expansion. I actually have a lot of minerals stockpiled, so I have infestors, mutas, and banelings, all very gas heavy, so it makes sense that I have so much minerals. And so I'm going to send an expansion up here, and I'm also sending a drone down here to expand, so some way to use my minerals. If nothing else, even if I'm not able to saturate these very fast, doing a little bit of harassment up here, I'm going to be able to pump a lot more units to try to spend those minerals. Game is nearing a close here, sending in some Zerglings to scout, and he's got quite the laughable force at this point. Lots of Zerglings, no upgrades for them though. Putting down a Roach Warren just because I had so much money, might as well have that tech available if I need it. Check out the army count. I'm doing pretty well almost 2,000 ahead in minerals and over 1,000 ahead in gas, 1,100. And here I am moving out. How many banelings do I have? 24, 29 banelings, 2 infestors, 4 his Thors. And let me slow this down as well. I normally wouldn't do it but with banelings and infestors and zerglings, you tend to need to see what's happening. And like I said before, I probably should have sent in my banelings first, but at this point I wasn't too worried. So here come the banelings. After 2 neural parasites, notice I have both of these Thors. This Thor is actually blocking the ramp. My mutas are dead because they went in too early compared to the banelings, and banelings crawling up here. Boom, boom, boom. 2 Thors are still mine, of course, and all these zerglings are getting bottlenecked here, and he GG's. So that is what to do when a Terran is trying to bunker you out on a fast expansion. The most important aspect of defending against a bunker is to have that overlord there and sending out the drones. So hope you guys remember that, and hope that helps, and thanks for watching.